K-pop group's success comes down to a combination of positions. By allocating members into the right categories, a group is able to secure their place in K-pop. The positions are broken down as follows. This will cover the first topic. Without getting too much into music theory, a song is made up of 3 parts, each of them having distinct characteristics. The verse contains the background. It takes listener deeper into the song by creating a feeling or situation and deepening our understanding of the story. Naturally, most songs start with the verse. And since the song needs to be recognized quickly, it is often the person with the most recognizable voice that takes up the lead vocal. As a general rule, they tend to have a unique voice and/or have higher octave range than others. Chorus contains the emotions. It ultimately reveals the storyline, which is expressed in the climax. It is what listeners will remember and wants to hear again and again. It often contains the title of the songs and the role main vocal is given to the most technical member of the group. Lastly is the bridge. It's the reflection portion of the song. Not only does it have a different verse, chorus, but music is a bit different as well. It is the least stressful out of the 3 and is often filled by the sub-vocals. The biggest misconception is who fills the role in a position. Unlike Western terminology, this isn't the case with the K-pop. This is somewhat due to syntax, but also because people don't understand the difference between vocal range and octave range. As I mentioned before, the lead vocal just means they sing first. They have the most recognizable voice, but that doesn't necessarily mean they are the most talented. Obviously, it's easier to compare octave range than vocal range. It all depends on how the song is structured and how the team chemistry is built. Sub-vocal takes more interesting role. It's divided into 2 roles, the carry and the bracer. It is true that rappers and dancers were the least important part of idols before the Hallyu wave. Music, for most, was a listening art. It was in the company's best interest to fill the less talented member by giving them the smaller role. But with K-pop evolving into visual music, perception has changed quite a bit. The rapper are under sub-vocals that fill the bridge in the music. With the rise of hip-hop culture in Korea, they have taken a more dominant role. Current trend to self-compose and produce, they often become the members that carry on the group. They also fill the other roles as well, and often do. The difference is the same as the vocals. Lastly are the dancers. Not only is the visual mistake more obvious than the auditory one, but it's hard to train dancers and singers. Naturally, wanting to be more efficient, the company will scout and recruit trainees with dancing backgrounds. They embrace their role as dancer and choreographer and often become the face of the group. It's hard to generalize which role is more important. There are great track records of solo artists from various backgrounds. Being in a group, it's inevitable that sometimes your talent is undervalued or overestimated. And sometimes that's what it takes for the group to be successful. I feel if idols ever evolving to meet the demands of the fans, what's important is not to focus on the role, definition, or position, but seeing how hard they are working to please us. Thanks for watching. This was JoJo, and you just watched this guy K-Pops.